All right. Hello, everybody. Thanks for joining me. This is Mike Linkenauger with the Short Sales Specialist Network. We're doing a live webinar right now titled Blogging for Bucks. Actually, I'd like the name better. Bryant titled it Blogging for Leads. Blogging for Bucks is a little more better because ultimately we're generating business leads, which turns into bucks, right? So here's what we're going to do. We're going to go ahead and get this thing started. I'm your host, Mike Linkenauger with the Short Sales Specialist Network, and co-hosting with me is Bryant Tutas from Short Sale Superstars and Tutas Town Realty. You with me here, Bryant?
I am, Mike. I appreciate you inviting me today. And folks, I appreciate you guys attending.
Always a pleasure to hang out and talk with Bryant when we're not talking on a cruise ship like the Short Sale Symposium at sea here. But Bryant, go ahead and introduce yourself real quick and tell people who you are, your experience, and all that good stuff.
Okay. Well, for those of you that don't know me, I'm Bryant Tutas. I'm a broker in Florida. I own a company called Tutas Town Realty. And I'm also the co-founder of the Short Sale Superstars Network with my partner, Wendy Roldick, who's a broker up in the Panhandle of Florida. And since we're talking about blogging today, I've been blogging since June of 2006. So got a little bit of experience, written about 1,200 articles, and hopefully we can help you guys out today.
That's a lot of writing, Bryant, here. That's quite a lot. 1,200 blog posts and 1,200 articles. I don't have the ability to claim that, but I always say I know lead generation and internet marketing. And, you know, the people that are on this webinar, you've probably seen my very bold statement that talks about I've generated over 170,000 real estate leads online. And, yeah, you should be able to see my screen right now on this live webinar here. I want to actually show that to you guys. I want to prove that to you guys that it's for real. Z57 is one of the largest real estate web development companies. Of course, my new web development company shall eclipse them. Not just kidding. I wish. But actually, we're going to be utilizing Z57 products. But I have the #1 and #2 highest traffic Z57 sites in the country. They have over 25,000 sites. And we can go to my site here, and we can click View Leads here. And I'm just going to show you the back end what's coming up here. We've got, what am I, 150-something thousand on this site. Z57 is great. This is why I started my own web development here. While they're waiting to load right now, let's go to Diverse Solutions. Most of y'all know Diverse Solutions, just bought out by Zillow last year. Great EX. I use them for my real estate brokerage. I am at 111% of my allowable contacts on here. So we're up at about 34,000, something like that. You can see all these different contact groups up here with just thousands and thousands of clients in each one here. You know, that's one of, this is mostly IDX leads on here. Here's the Z57 one. Here you go, 156,000 on here. These are buyers, these are sellers. These are mostly homeowners in hardship looking for a short sale agent. But a little bit about online lead generation, and Mr. Tutas here with over 1,200 blog posts written. Knows a little bit about blogging too, right? So
well, I've been faking it.
What's that?
I've been faking it for many years, Mike.
You've been doing it for many years. So tell me, Bryant, you know, we real these guys, it's, you know, they're probably listening. The people that don't blog that are on here might be listening saying, I don't have time to do this. Or, you know, I don't think it's worth it. Let's talk a little bit about motives and why you do it and the results and the fruit that you've experienced, Brian. What's your thoughts on all that?
Well, that's a good question, Mike. Yeah, well, committing to being a blogger is certainly a decision that, you know, that someone needs to make if that's what they want to do, because it does require some time. It requires some effort. When I started blogging back in 2006, it was kind of right when the market turned. I joined Active Rain at the time. I think I was member number 800 and something or something like that. I think they've got about 300,000 members now. So I was able to kind of get a little momentum with the blogging because business was slow, and I kind of knew that I needed to get some content out there. So I started writing about what I do and where I do it. It was a very simple decision. I just sat down and started typing and thought I would tell people about, how I conduct my business and what areas I conduct it in. And I started doing that. Initially, I think my first month, I might have put 40 blog posts or something like that up there. It was quite a bit. It was 36.
In July.
Yeah, well, you can see my first 3 months, right? 36, 37, 32. And then you'll notice that I kind of got more realistic. And I set a goal because blogging you have to be very, very consistent. And not only consistent with posting content, but I learned I needed to be consistent with when I post it, the time of the day, and the day of the week. And I say that, Mike, because just like I know we all have our TV shows that we like, we get our newspapers or whatever, but we're creatures of habit. So I wanted my readers to know that if I put up an article today, that they're not going to see another article until 2 days later, and it'll be between 4 and 5 o'clock in the afternoon. So I kind of started getting myself in the habit of doing that, and I mean, just very, very successful. I mean, I can now put an article in Active Rain if it's a good article and something that's going to get featured. I mean, I can get 10 or 15,000 people to read it within a matter of a couple of days. Which is an awful lot of eyeballs on your content. So if you're going to blog, you have to set a schedule. Now I do all of my blogging and stuff, Mike. I do it first thing in the morning. Pretty much every other day. I get to the office early. I spend about 2 hours doing all my social media, writing a blog article, or whatever I do, and I'm usually done so it doesn't mess up my day. But yeah, you've got to do it consistently, or you're kind of shooting yourself in the foot.
Absolutely. Consistency is the key to this. And I think that the first word that everybody should know in regards to this is commitment. You got to be committed to this. So Bryant, look, off of your internet marketing and blogging and all the stuff you've done online, what has that done for your real estate business?
Oh my goodness. Well, if you guys are on the call, if you haven't, make sure to do a Google search for Broker Bryant or Bryant Tutas or Bank of America short sell or help me with the short sell in Orlando or whatever you want to search. And I may not come up on all of the pages all of the time, but what it's done, Mike, is it's made me an expert in the eyes of the consumer when it comes to, I hate to use that word expert.
You're right.
Let's say it makes me an authority.
It does. Instant credibility. Whether you're credible or not, we could argue that. If you've got an audience and
that's
exactly
correct.
You're credible. You
well,
can
and what
create
happens?
Your own.
Yeah, what happens, Mike, when you make a commitment to start blogging? There's a lot of different things that happen. A lot of positive results that are going to come from it. The first thing and the most important thing that I found is that putting down in writing what I do and where I do it really, really helps me to wrap my head around my business. It forces me to think about the processes that I use or the systems that I have in place, because now I'm trying to explain that to somebody else. So that was the first benefit I found, was just the fact that I wrote blog articles 3 or 4 times a week made me a better real estate broker at it made me better at what I do. Okay, so that was the very first benefit, and don't underestimate that, because obviously that's probably made me more money than anything else that I've done. It's just becoming better because I had to write it down, right? And then the second, then the second thing it's done, Mike, is I see when I opened my business 20 years ago, I've always wanted to be a small-time broker in a small-time market, working out of my home, enjoying life, and working when I need to make as much money as I need to, right? So I don't have the ability to handle a lot of leads. Therefore, I'm actually not looking for leads, Mike. I'm looking for customers. So blogging, because I've got so many articles out there, I show up so frequently on the internet, on searches, Pretty much anything related to short sales, someone's going to find me. Not all of them will be in my market, but gosh, I don't mind sending out a referral for a 25% fee. I mean, that's, money's money. So, but what it's done is now people, because they've seen me, no matter where they go, they're not filling out a form and giving me their email address and their name. They're literally sending me an email and saying, Bryant, we've found you on the internet. We've been doing our research on short sales, and we want to hire you. Can you send us a listing package? And that's how I get my listings, Mike. I rarely do listing appointments. Having said that, I did 2 yesterday, but I rarely go on physical listing appointments because the people are calling me, ready to hire me.
So, Bryant, would you agree with the statement that through blogging, you've made yourself into an expert?
Well, absolutely correct. Yeah, absolutely correct. And not only for perception, but in reality.
In reality, right. It was great because we do this cruise every year, Short Sales Symposium at Sea. Bryant's been on a couple times now. And this last one here, one of the people who was at dinner with you came up, and she was like tickled to death. She was so excited. She said, "Oh my gosh, I can't believe that you put me and sitting me with the broker Bryant for dinner every night, and he's at my table at dinner." And they were so tickled to death, Bryant. Hey, you would think that I would have sacked him with like Jesus Christ himself at dinner.
Oh my goodness!
And I'm like, yeah, broker Bryant. Yeah, I'm like, I didn't downplay it at all. I was like, I thought that you would love to sit with Bryant, and y'all would be perfect together. So I set all that up. It was really just a random occurrence.
Well, very good, Mike.
But the truth of the matter is like you said, you give yourself credibility online. You turn yourself into an expert and an authority on a subject just from writing about stuff. So let's get into talking about some real nuggets that people can use. But hopefully through this, if you don't blog, if you aren't acting it and are committed to doing it, the first thing me and Bryant wanted to get across is you need to commit to this. This is something that can turn you from just another real estate agent to a broker Bryant. You could be, well, there's only one broker Bryant. There's only one Bryant Tutas. Let's get that out of the way right now. But you could be a local expert. You could be a local authority. You could be a media maven, because reality is it doesn't matter if something's true or not. If it's in press, if it's in print, and people see it, they believe it is true. So if you're out there and you market yourself as an authority in a subject, whatever you're writing about, people perceive you as that. They do. So the key with it all is I wanted Bryant to tell you guys first, what it's done for his business. And I knew before he answered that is it's defined as business. It's made your business, and it's turned into where you get the majority of your business through blogging or your online presence. Is that correct, Bryant?
Oh yeah, absolutely, Mike. I live and die in front of the computer screen. But that sure beats the heck out of riding around looking at houses and working in the hot heat.
Amen to that. Like you said, we choose our business, and I'm sure you can pick and choose what you want to do and who you want to work with and delegate out the rest. But the bottom line is your phone's ringing through marketing that you did years ago, and they continue to. And again, the same way, that's how I got, this 180,000 leads here, that I manage to generate online is through having an online presence and keeping that. So grab a pen, grab a paper. We're going to walk you through some real good nuggets and some tips on blogging. The first thing we wanted to do is get you committed to blogging. Let you know that this is important to do for many, many reasons, period. So let's talk some tips to dominate the searches. This is about blogging for bucks or blogging for leads. And there should be a lot of different motives, but remember this, you are running a business. You're a small business owner if you're a real estate agent. This is an outstanding tool for lead generation in the 21st century. If you are not exposed on the internet, and if you're living in the 20th century, Most brokerages right now are practicing tactics that worked 20 years ago. Okay, caravans and when was the last time you did a caravan or an open house, right?
Yeah, I don't do those things.
Yeah, yeah, right. Well, they're so old and out of date. There's half the agents out there are sitting under brokers who are telling them to spend their Saturday doing an open house. You guys need to be spending your Saturday mornings doing blogging and writing content and becoming an expert in a topic. And I'll tell you what, that'll generate you business for years to come. Years to come. So first, though, hopefully we've convinced them the importance of blogging. Let's talk a little bit about content and what to write about. Okay, number one, get content. That's the first thing you need to know. Get content. What do you have to share about content? What do you write about?
Oh, that's another good question, Mike. Well, I am, you know, it's funny when you go to sites like Active Rain and you know, people are writing about their cookies or their dogs or whatever, and, you know, everyone's like, well, that's good, they get to know you, and I kind of agree with that, but to be honest with you, Mike, I'm in real estate. I write about real estate is what I write about 95% of the time, and that could be, you know, I could put up a market report letting people know what's happening in the market. I put up a lot of stuff to help other agents, but the style I write, Mike, is not only am I helping other agents, but I'm giving consumers information that they need kind of all at the same time. Oh, there you go, the one you put up there, 45-day listing agreements. Well, I wrote that for agents, but I can't count how many listings I've taken off of that particular article because it's a 45-day listing agreement.
Listing agreements?
That's right, because that appeals to sellers, especially one that's maybe had an expired listing. That's how I came up with that strategy. So I don't know when I wrote that article, probably back in 2005 or 6 or 7.
This is one of the first ones. Yeah, I just looked from 06 to see what you were writing.
Yeah.
You know,
so
rain here.
Yeah, so real quick though, Mike, what I wanted to say is, you know, when folks look at these, for an example, the slide we've got up there now with the, you know, starting to talk about tags and H2s and all this type of stuff, don't let those things confuse you, folks. Your way to start blogging is get you an account somewhere, you know, My Network, Mike's Network, Active Rain, WordPress, whatever you want to do, and sit down and just tell me who you are. That's all. Just the first blog post, just tell me who you are. Tell me where you do your job, and then put an article up and post it and move on to the next one. The more you do, the better you get. Yeah, the better you'll get, but you got to do it, right, Mike?
You got to do it, yeah. You gotta, I couldn't agree with you more. It's just to get out there and start writing, period, thinking about stuff. Guys, and me and Brian were talking about this a little bit before the call. You know, you don't have to be an author to blog. You don't want to know how little, I won't talk about how little education I have, but you don't have to have a degree in English composition to blog. All you have to do is sit down, take a minute, and start writing. And if you can't think of anything to write about, think about it, a topic that you know a little bit about or that you think needs to be discussed. You can, first things first, you can go to the search engines and see what other people are writing about and get other people's content and just rewrite it. That's one thing. You can rewrite other people's content. But I'm with Bryant. You know, you want blogs to be personal. You want them to be about you and what your knowledge is. I'm going back to stuff that I did years ago. And this is my first blog post on Active Rain. This was in March of '08. This is when I was first writing a lot about short sales, and you'll see it was all about sales. I took that look, just put '08 and first goes there. That's old, but, you know, I write about short sales. You know, this content right here, all of this question and answer stuff here, what is a short sale, da-da-da-da-da. I got this from somebody else.
That's a good idea.
I got it from somebody else and just sit around, reworded it, and added some of my own content to it.
Yeah, Mike, another good way to get content too, real quick, is all of us, I mean, how many times has a buyer or a seller emailed you a question about real estate? Well, and what do? You sit down and you type them an email. There's your next blog article right there. Just turn that into a blog article, save it so you can find it, and then the next time you get asked that same question, Now, instead of responding via email with the content, you're going to respond via email with a link to your blog article, which is going to take them directly to your blog site so they can get all your other stuff. So you need to have a full library of blog articles, and yeah, that's what I do, Mike. Someone asks me a question, respond, there's my new article. So
you write about that, yeah.
You can write about that. Anything can be an article.
Write about other people's stuff and other people's topics. Questions that you commonly get asked in real estate. Brian, I see this too right here. Another thing we blog about. Neighbors, right? Communities. That's critical. I can't tell how many pages. I mean, I'm on the first page of any community within 50 miles because I have content about those communities. You write about neighborhoods and communities much, Brian?
This one I do, the one that you've got on the screen. That's the neighborhood that I live in. And if you scroll down that front page, Mike, you'll see that, I mean, a lot of the content on here is, I think the last one I put up was, that's the Solovia newsletter that they emailed me this morning.
You got moving checklists.
What's that?
I'm just reading some of your stuff. So what were you saying? It's about the neighborhood you live in.
Yeah. So that was a newsletter I copied and pasted, and this one here is, look at that, Florida Realtors. That next article is a Florida Realtors article that they sent me in the newsletter yesterday, I believe. And anything that's coming from our associations, including our Realtor Association, we usually have permission to copy and paste those if we choose. Now you don't want to make that all of your content, but it's good filler content. I think Mike was going to discuss. This particular blog, I've got it because it's a WordPress. You can post articles in the future, right? You put a future date on them. So this one, I've actually got content on it coming on about every 7 to 8 days for the rest of the year, and then I fill it in, and that's all original content. And then I fill it in with some of these other things as they come out.
So we're going to definitely talk about that a lot in a minute. Is consistency. So Brian, talk about different neighborhoods around. I came back a blog about early on. I just opened them up right here a second ago. My old archives. That was the first month. I started blogging about neighborhoods in different areas around my area, and I would obviously create pages about it. But I didn't know anything about graphic design back then. I just blogged and wrote and learned as I went along. This is stuff from 6 years ago, 5, 6 years ago for me. But I was writing about neighborhoods. I was linking back to these pages on my site, which we'll go over in a minute. These are actually I want pictures of everywhere around my area. I won't get into my local site, but I created 700 content pages. Definitely went crazy with it, and I've also got the highest traffic, local site. That's how I got #1 highest traffic Z57 website that generates upwards of 1,000 a month. 1,000. But like I said, I have everything from site maps to the communities, just lots of different content on here, and then I framed it in. But I don't think they let you do that anymore on they might still frame in stuff on Rain, but look, I even framed in homes for sale in different communities. And I learned how to do this crap just down, Bryant said, in starting to write. That's it. And you learn stuff.
Yeah, you got to start. You got to start somewhere.
Absolutely, you got to start and you learn. We talked about, here's something to write about, guys. If you don't have stuff to write about, and we're going to get into great stuff in SEO in just a second. We talked about writing about just you and who you do and what you do. We talked about writing about questions that you commonly get asked. Some other great things to write about. You can't read people's articles. You can do that. That's great, too. You can write about specific neighborhoods. That's really important for search engine optimization, which we'll talk about in a minute. And other things that you're going to find that really people like and that's good to blog about is like checklists, like not checklists necessarily, but number item things. Top 10 ways to kill a short sale deal. You know, those are things that get people's attention. Or checklists, you know, what you need to put in a short sale package. I'm talking short sale moving checklists for Florida homeowners. You could easily find one of these moving checklists, rearrange the content to make it unique. We got to talk about that a little bit. Rearrange the content and the orderings to make it unique, and add your little percent on it at the end, and you've got an article there. But people
that checklist, Mike, came off of Realtor.org. That's their free content they provide for agents.
So let's talk about this one word here, because this is what search engines really love this a lot. This word here, unique. Your content, do not copy and paste and just take other people's content. Search engines, if you're talking about SEO, Bryant's the blogging team. I know SEO. Search engines, you used to be able to trick them a lot better on this duplicate content. Man, that will destroy your site now. It can. So make sure you write unique content. If you're taking somebody else's content, at least rewrite it and change the wording around and add your own wording to it. Search engines love unique content. So you search that, right?
Yeah, I agree completely. And the reason I do some of it, Mike, is because I have so many other unique articles on the same website. So if I mix in something every now and then, maybe I forgot to change a word around, it's not going to affect me too much, because they know that I have this broker Bryant ramblings. I mean, I think I've had that domain up for about 5 or 6 years, so they're pretty old sites.
That is, yeah. Well, I guess the first step before getting into writing, getting into content, for somebody who's getting started, would be to get a place. Get a place to call home. Get a place to start at. Use an active rain. I've got 2 active rain blogs. The tough thing is they do charge money now if you want it to be on the search engine. So that's kind of tough. If you do a lot of short sales, Bryant, I just posted a link. You can get a short sale lead machine site, which is a WordPress-based blogging site. Bryant's got one right here. They look kind of this. I posted a discount on the chat here. There's a link right here on the chat. This is the Short Sale Superstar discount. You actually could set up a site, and it's free. There's no set cost or anything like that, and you're going to get 2 months for just $1 a month of it. Lots of good resources and leads and all that. We're not doing a sales pitch for that, but if you want, click this link to get more info on that, because you can set up a blog like Bryant's Short Sale Real Estate blog, just like this. That's out of the box when you needed to it, then add blog posts. It's a website and a blog in one, but it's related to short sales. Another one, we're going to show you how to actually blog right now. And the way I'm going to do that is I'm going to show you on back into one of my sites, the WordPress theme site. Bryant, you're very familiar with working on the back end, right? So, this is what you're going to work on. WordPress is great for many, many reasons, which we'll go over. This is my new property management website. So these property managers, and I'm showing you guys this. These aren't even released to the public yet, but on the back end of our sites here, here's something cool that we added here. We have agent training and resources. When people go to this page, we're going to pull a blog post here, and all I got to do is view the page live, and we actually prepared over 250 blog posts pre-written on here. It's related to property management and real estate investing and stuff like that, So a lot of it's done for us here. Let's take one of these. Here's the thing. We're going to show you how to post it in 10 minutes and optimize it for success in search engines really quickly. We can do that, Bryant. Let's not talk about blogging to guys who are on this call who might be saying, I don't know the word start. This is important. We're talking about real estate negotiation. I don't know. What is this? 4 steps to success. Yeah, there you go. All right. We'll put it in here. Oh, there's a lot of content on here. So let's get this content. See this 700-word articles. Those are great. All right. So I'm going to go back. Here's WordPress back in right here. We go to the post section. Those are your blog posts. to do on here is add new. So if you have a short sale lead machine site, if you ever set up one of our property management pages websites, that's the name of our property management community. Anybody that does property management on here, check our new community out to property managers, www.propertymanagementpages.com. You can write that down. Lots of cool resources for property management. You know, me and Bryant both have great resource sites in agent networks for short sales. This is one for property managers or those who do property management. Just tons of different documents on here, property management, all the good stuff. I'm not going to say that crap. Check it out if you like. So here's what we do. Let's get started. We'll just paste this content here. Now, here's the tough thing about this content. This is not unique content. We have to make it unique. I'll do that in a sec. But let's Brian about how to title an article correctly and some stuff about how I'm getting prepared. What do you know about titles and things like that of articles? What's a good way to title an article for search engine purposes and stuff like that? You with me, Brian?
Oh, I'm sorry, Mike. I think I drifted off. You were actually a little, I was having difficulty hearing you.
Blogging and crap here. He's losing people quick here. Okay, look, here's what you want to do. First, the title is the most important aspect of your market. I like to pull Bryant's Orlando BB Short sort of site, because this site here, look, this shows up number 1 or number 2 for a lot of search terms on Google right now. And the reason is because this is a short sale lead machine site. You can check it for yourself, but a lot of it is just loaded with keywords that are automatically on the site right when it's set up. Orlando, Florida short sale agent. But notice on the Bryant down, he's got these keywords on this post down here. Orlando short sale approvals. That has the words Orlando short sale in there. That's critical when you're titling a blog post here. See if there are any more here. There's Florida in there. Winter Haven, Florida short sale specialist. So, those are good keywords to title your post right off the bat. So this post here, I don't even remember what we're writing about. Okay, real estate negotiating, right? 4 steps to success. We want to title this blog post that we were writing and say if it's in Jacksonville, we want to say Jacksonville real estate negotiating. You want to have your target area. That's critical. Wouldn't you agree, Brian, try to stick keywords like that in your blog posts as you're going through them?
Yes, I do, yeah. 95% of the time.
95% of the time, right. And the reason is, guys, when the search engines are evaluating your blog and your website, they're going through and they're trying to figure out, okay, what is this, not only this blog post about, but what's this whole website about? And if you have keywords like Orlando, Florida short sales in your blog post, guess what it's going to be your whole website's about? A lot of it is Orlando, Florida short sales. Titles like Orlando short sales specialist. It's critical to have a lot of these keywords in your title to your blog all over the place. So look, we're just going to title this Jacksonville Real Estate Negotiating Steps. And we're going to write at the top here, Jacksonville Real Estate Negotiating Steps. And I'm going to get into something else on the sheet here, talking about keywords, titles, descriptions, and keyword phrases. We're going to talk about H1, H2, and H3 tags. This is extremely important. This has just become extremely even more important in the last year or so. What a header tag is, guys, if you don't know already, a header tag is basically like a header. I see I put this at the wrong. I should have put this at the top. This is an actual header to your article. So, hey, this is a paragraph header. This is the start of an article. This is something important. So, look, here's what we do. We got the phrase, whatever the article's about. This is the title to it. We want to use our paragraph tags. You see how we have header 1, heading to, there's header 3 images here. Most all of your site, wherever you're developing your content on, whether you're writing a post on a Word document like this, you're going to have header tag on here, right up top there, or on Active Rain or wherever. You're going to want to highlight this and use a header tag, right? Highlight, bold, underline too. That's important. Real quick, as you're going through this article, first and foremost, I would regularly never post this article without going through and rewriting. Me and Bryant talked about unique content in here that's been used over and over again, right? So you want to make this unique, very much so. One of the things you can do, though, and this is an important keyword phrases throughout, during the real estate negotiation process, you want to have keywords like real estate negotiation, because guess what? This article is about real estate negotiation, real estate negotiation. So you want to have those keywords throughout your article in several different places. I'll go as far as to say you want to have your city name, ideally, or whatever target area you're going for. If you're writing about a community, you want to have that community's name many times throughout the article. You want to also, if you're talking about homes in there, you want to have, say you're writing about, oh gosh, what neighborhood do you live in?
I'm sorry, Mike?
What neighborhood do you live in again?
I'm in Solavita.
Solavita. So he would probably be writing about Solavita in here a lot. Solavita Homes for Sale wants to show up for Solavita Homes for Sale. You've got to have this keyword article. We're going to make this real quick, but there's very few tutorials on this, on how to do this accurately. Remember, make this content unique. You can change around the order of things. Here's one thing I do with this one right here, right? This is a header, because this is the start of a paragraph. You could actually go and make this, take one of your header tags here, and make this another header right there, right? Very important to have that. The header images, the header tags tell the search engines that this is a very important topic. So look, you have your keywords in your header images here. I'm going quick, guys, but you can review all of this content on our Short Sale Lead Machine YouTube channel. You're going to get a link to it after this webinar. Okay, so you can review this over and over and over because we're covering a lot of nuggets quick. Remember, add a lot of keywords in. We're almost done. We're here to talk about links, linking to other stuff. Brian, I'm going to ask for your help with some of this, Brian. That's your cue, Brian. Links.
Okay.
Yeah. You add a lot of links to other stuff on your content?
Yes, I do. In fact, probably any of my blogs are going to have. I should have looked at I should have prefixed this blog for you, Mike, before the session this morning. I just put some content on it yesterday and didn't do a lot of this stuff. But yeah.
Yeah, I know. Well, you have links on here. Now, where was it that I saw you doing it? It's great. You were posting links to a lot of short sale articles, like
probably on the Central Florida short sale site, Mike.
Central Florida one. Yep, yeah, that's going to be this one, I think.
Yeah. So yeah, you can see I've got related articles and stuff on the bottom.
On your signature, yeah. I'm not sure if you just took them out. Yeah, here they are. Look at this. This is great.
Now, what these are? Yeah, click on
this.
Well, what these are, Mike, just click on that, maybe that one down there that says, or any of them, Chase Short Sale or whatever. Well, what I do is I write an article pretty much when I close on a short sale, and I want people to click on those links. For an example, if they're doing a Bank of America short sale and they've emailed me, I can just send them this Bank of America short sale link and show them, well, these are the recent Bank of America short sales that we've helped people with, that we've closed on or whatever. And when they pull that up, it's going to take them to an article on whatever my most recent sales were on that. Oh, there you go. Wellington, Florida short sale, Bank of America, FHA. Well, they get quite a bit of information there. So it's doing a couple things. One is obviously it's still making me do 40. It's backing things up by showing them that I've actually done what I say that I'm doing, and depending on where these sites link. Now these all links, Mike. This is actually an Active Rain blog as well. Just so you know, it's one of their outside blogs. So these links on here were actually put on Active Rain, and I believe they're all linking back to Active Rain. Okay. So, but a lot of my blogs I have linked together, and I also link to a lot of other authority sites. Like if I'm writing something about Fannie Mae, well, it's going to have a link in there, and it's not just going to be a, click here or a HTTP dot backslash or whatever. It's going to say Fannie Mae, and then I'm going to hyperlink those words. I want to hyperlink the keywords.
You want to hyperlink. We'll show them how to do that real quick. So, Bryant, you're saying, look, this one I click on for U.S. Bank. Let's go. We clicked on this one. It said it was a good week for short sale approval. So I love how you have a lot of keywords. You have Orlando, Florida short sale. Actually, that was with Bank of America. We might have clicked a different one there. But let's try one, Green Tree Servicing. Let's see what this is about. Okay, that's a tag, and you have an article about Green Tree Servicing, Orlando, Florida sales with Green Tree Servicing. That's a great title to blog post, because if there's ever anybody looking for short sale information about Green Tree Servicing, you've got those keywords right in here. You've got Orlando, Florida short sale keywords in there. If you're looking for Orlando, somebody experienced with Orlando short sales with Bank of America, I bet you Bryant has an article somewhere he's written that has those keywords in it that the search engines are going to hit. All right, so keywords are critical.
Yeah, and I probably get more business off of these articles than anything, Mike.
Yeah, absolutely, I know you do. Another thing I noticed that you do too is, that was the Central Florida one, right? Let's go back to that one.
The little green one.
Your signature of your blog post, is that right? So do those links show up in every post that you make?
Yes, I do. It's automatic. It's got the,
right. You can add those to your signature, which it will show up at the bottom of every post. So those links can be in every single post if you want them to. Your signature shows up at the bottom. Here's another great title. We'll show you one more, Wellington, Florida short sale. It's outstanding. I would bet this post probably shows up for the term Wellington, Florida short sale. Probably shows up for short sales of Bank of America in Wellington, Florida. Titling it right. Look, he's got links to all of his other stuff here. Really important to have a few links in each article at least. You want to link to your own stuff and other people's stuff as well. You can link to other good sites, other good reference points, good information for people. But, Brian, I'm with you. Once you write enough stuff and have enough other articles out there, you want to link to your own stuff. So say you write a lot about real estate negotiating or other topics, you could actually take whatever phrase it's relevant to, and this is called an anchored text link. Here's what you do. You highlight it, okay? You go to, let's say we're linking Bryant's site right here or something, and his site's about real estate investing. We go back to the blog post here, right? We highlight the word, click the little chain link right here. Here's how you link. We got to show guys how to do this, right? You paste it in there, and you type real estate investing. Whatever the topic of the other post that you're linking to is about. Now, the search engines love this because whatever you're linking to, if Brian's article was about real estate investing, we could have just given him a huge boost just by having another article that links to it. Even if that article is on your same exact website. It could be on your same page, your same website. You want to link back and forth to other articles. You want to link to really good resources for people, especially your own stuff. You got to start somewhere, and I'm with Brian. I've got a bazillion websites, a ton of blogs, content everywhere. But that's the basics of how you link, and you want to have a few links in each post. That's important, right?
Yeah, it is. And Mike, you want to make sure to link to the exact content too. You don't want to link to the front page of a website if the article that if you're linking to real estate investment negotiating, you want to link to that article, not necessarily to that website, right? You want to be very specific.
I agree with you too. That's right. I just happened to link to the home page of his site there. You should link to specific articles, specific content relevant to whatever you're linking to.
That's right.
So when you're posting an article, most sites, these WordPress ones do, of course, you have your title at the bottom. Your SEO. This is really important. You went through this. You added a lot of keywords when you were writing this, relevant to whatever you're targeting. These are keyword phrases. Jacksonville real estate negotiating, Jacksonville real estate investing, stuff like that. Right? You already did that. You rewrote this content from scratch and made it really good and unique content. You added these H1, H2, H3 tags, right? These header tags right here. Very important stuff. Then you're going to go and optimize for the search engines. First, you're going to write your title. Write a 150 character to 160 character description. This is what will show up on the search engines when people search it. So let me just write a description here. Article that discusses Jacksonville real estate negotiating tips and provides 4 helpful tips when negotiating real estate transactions. So somewhere around, 140 to 160 characters, something like that. Negotiately. So that doesn't need to type fast. Okay. That's important. Most sites will have something like this. That's called your meta description, right? Your description of your article, meta description. You have your title, your description, your keyword phrases. Keyword phrases, here's how they look on your blog post. Here's Bryant's short sale lead machine blog post. You'll notice every one of them, he's got some keywords here. And look, you've got bold keyword phrases in his signature here. You got a lot of keywords throughout these articles that are written here. Very, very important. So let's add some keyword phrases. This is about real estate investing, real estate negotiations, Jacksonville real estate investing, Jacksonville real estate negotiations. I saw, Brian, I saw you put your name in there. I like to do that too. People Google your name all the time, and this is how they find you too, if your name's in there somewhere.
You can be sure they do.
Tips for real estate negotiations and steps to negotiate All right, we've got some good long-tailed keyword search phrases there, but these are all keyword phrases people are likely to actually type into the search engines, and this is how they're going to find you. So after you type it in, and these are just for WordPress blogs, you're going to see similar stuff to this right here. We also go and place them in our tags, cloud or tag section here. So look, here's the ones I picked the article, real estate investment, real estate negotiations, Jacksonville real estate investment, Jacksonville real estate negotiations, Mike Linkenauger, tips for real estate negotiations, steps to negotiate Jacksonville real estate transactions. Bryant, are there any other that you would probably put in there, or what are your thoughts on this?
No, I think you've got a good variety of them there, Mike.
So look, other than that, we're almost done here. Oh, man, we've been on for a few, and we're going to take all questions in a sec. We could talk short sales for a minute and all that. After that, you just publish. Now, if you're using WordPress, here's some great stuff here. Brian, we talked about consistency, and this is so critical here. You mentioned that you blog, you said you have some articles already made up for your Broker Bryant site in advance. Is that right?
Yes, I do, for brokerbryant.com and also on my Central Florida investment site. I have actually populated both of those for the remainder of the year.
The remainder of the year.
Yeah,
and you've written. Explain what you mean by that. What do you mean you've populated them for the remainder of the year? These guys are like, what? I thought I had to do this every day.
Well, Mike, it's it's like anything else. You have to start, right? So I have an advantage of having so many articles that I've already written, but they didn't just magically appear. It took me 5 years to get them. So now that I have articles that I've already written, I can go back and take something I wrote in 2008 and 2009 and just make it fresh, right? It's my original content. I can adapt it. I can add some more keywords, whatever I want to do. And that's basically what I did. I sat down one Saturday about a month ago, and I spent about 5 hours on it, and I populated my short sale, not my short sale site, yeah, Central Florida. Well, anyway, I populated 2 of my sites to populate for the rest of the year. Now, again, it's not all of the content, but it's something that's going to get posted about every 7 to 8 to 10 days. If I don't have time to put up another article, those articles are going to be posted automatically. Right? So I've always got content. I actually don't have to touch that blog again this year unless I choose to. So that's a huge advantage.
So in advance, you've gone ahead and created content for these blogs to where if you don't have time to, it'll tell either way the search engines are going to have new content on your site to index, like at least once a week, right? They're going to go to your site and get regular content all the time.
It'll always be fresh.
That's great, Brian. So look, here's what you can do here. You can publish it immediately, or you can publish it a week or a month from now, or whenever you choose.
Right.
And go ahead and say to Bryant, you mentioned publishing around the same time of day, too, because we're creatures of habit, right?
That's
so
right.
You can actually go and pre-write all your articles, and like Bryant said, if he gets his following, where they know Bryant's going to post something Monday at 5 o'clock in the afternoon every Monday, then he's got this article that publishes, every week. They can go to his blog and check that. And for you guys listening in on this, you can go create all your content in advance. If you ever set up one of these property management sites or wherever you're blogging at, you can set up the content to publish weeks in advance. There's always fresh content, unique content that's going to be posted in the future on your blog. So that's the last one we wanted to talk about. We'll talk about more. We skip share. But it's consistency. All right? You've got to be consistent with it. Wouldn't you agree, Bryant?
That's exactly correct, yes. You must commit to it and make it a habit. And really, Mike, what I tell folks is just start thinking about articles. If you're talking to someone, if you're emailing them, if you have to answer a question or whatever, just kind of get in the habit of thinking, well, how can I make an article out of that? How can I write 400 to 500 or 600 words about what I just did? Or how can I answer that question in 500, 600, 700 words so that the next time someone asks me, I've got it. And once you have about 15 or 20 of those answer or question articles, well, now you've actually got a database for an FAQ for your website, right? So everything kind of leads to another, but the main thing, just start doing it. Don't let this stuff get complicated. Just put pen to paper and get busy. Everything else you'll learn everything else as you go along.
And one last thing too, Brian, if you write a blog post, you tell people about it. Share it on Twitter, Facebook, Google+, LinkedIn, right? I'm sure you get the word out about your article.
Oh, I put them everywhere they can go. Yeah.
Right.
Because I want other people sharing them and other people linking to them and other people talking about my articles.
Absolutely. So that's another thing too, is if you're talking about something newsworthy, be strategic with what you write about and post something that you can ask other people, hey, get the word out about this. This is about the real estate market improving. Check out this article about the improving real estate market. That's something that everybody in every area should hopefully write about right now, right? Look at the improving real estate market. Tell all of your friends about the Jacksonville real estate market improving, and email them. Share it on Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn, and ask them to share it as well. All right, so we're about to take any questions. We talk a lot about blogging here. Me and Bryant are both short sale mavens, so I know you got some questions about short sales. Remember this, we talked to you about a couple things. If you do property management, check out our new site for property managers. It's called propertymanagementpages.com. You'll enjoy that. Also, I just posted a link up here. It says short sale lead machine discount URL. Get your own short sale website for $1 a month for 2 months. This is the Short Sale Superstars affiliate link. Now, people who are listening to the recorded version, you're not going to get this link, okay? But you can get your own short sale website for $1 a month for 2 months. Lots of samples on here. These are fully customizable. You can blog on it as well and use them as a blog. All right, there's a lot of samples here. You can see Bryant's site. There's Lindy Rolnick's site too. This is their stuff here. So make sure you check it out. There's a demo of what they do and all that as well. If you don't have a good blog and a short sale website. Short sales are still here for years. If you don't believe me, just go to Bryant's Short Sale Machine site, which is BB Shorts Florida. Well, actually, here, it's better to get to it from Google. I always show people this on Google. I love Bryant. You can just Google Orlando Short Sale Realtor or something like that, and Bryant's probably right at the top here. Yeah, it's number 1.
I hope so.
Absolutely.
Oh, there you go.
It's short sale. That's what we do. It's number 1. Because it's got all these keywords. It's got a lot of blogs. He added some blog posts to it. But look, here's something greater. You don't think about this upside down. Try using this short sale decision maker calculator here. This still shows that a high percentage of people are still in a negative equity position. Short sales are here for years and years to come. Even if stuff goes up, one of the ratios that we put on here, it calculates based on multiple levels of appreciation, and we actually used a 10% appreciation level on here. And we're finding a lot of stuff in Florida here still will take literally a few more years before they're no longer in a negative equity position, even if stuff goes up, 2% a year, which is very aggressive appreciation, very aggressive. So, all right, so here's what we're going to do. I'm just going to show you the short sale decision maker calculator. It's another great lead generation tool. Post this on Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn. You can tell people, you owe X amount of money on this house. It's just funny. It's a house I'm living in right now. I do rent my own property I'm in right now, and I love this. I'm putting my landlord's information in here because I know how much he owes on it. And he's upside down. He's going to come back a year or two, but this just proves my point. I mean, fortunately, he's in a good financial position. But I've done this one before here. Great lead generation tool, though. You want to check. People are still upside down. Short sales are here to stay. Wouldn't you agree, Brian?
Oh, yeah. Well, Mike, in my area, values were down 80%, so now that they've come back 25 or 30%, they're not even halfway there. So a long ways to go.
So, this pulls Zillow's estimate and shows slow, moderate, and aggressive appreciation, how long it's going to take, and all that stuff. And it's so sincerely Brian through this at the end of it, too. Anyway, I know we got some questions probably here, so let's see what we've got going on right now for questions. How do I pull these questions out of here? Let me get these all together here. There we go, so I can read them all. Oh my gosh. How much is the site after the initial $1 a month? It's $59 a month after that, John, and there's no cancellation fee. You can cancel at any time. And if you don't have time to really customize the site, we have some plans and things that will customize it for you. We'll add content to you. Anyway, check it out. Check out the link on the side there, and there's more information. The short sale estimator, where do the leads go, or whose email or database? They're emailed directly to your site, to you. So Bryant just got, he'll get an email in a minute with my contact information on it. Same with all the leads.
Just got it.
What is the link to where we can see the webinar again? She said, thanks, GREAT info capitalize. All right, you're going to get a link to it in your email. Here's where you're going to go, to youtube.com/user/short sale lead machine. youtube.com/user/short sale lead machine. Now, there's a demo video of lead machine here, but there's all kinds of good webinars on here. Short sale mastermind webinars on here. Many of the top short sale agents, coaches, and trainers in the country. Man, me and Bryant just partied on a cruise boat with like all of you guys here, right? Lee Honish, Michelle McClintock, Dan Rashawn. A lot of these guys were here. Lots of good marketing and training videos on here, and it will be on the YouTube channel later today or tomorrow at the latest. All right, any questions? You can take this one first. John Bell said, do you guys refer out listing leads to, say, California? Bryant, do you guys...
Mike, ask that one again.
What's that?
You're still breaking up, Mike.
Somebody asked, John Bell asked, do you guys refer out listing leads to, say, California? Do you have a referral network going right now, Bryant?
Yeah, we do, Mike. It's, referrals was never our major part of our business. We do get some. We do dish them out. So if you're a member of the Short Sale Superstars site, you'll probably get some at some point. But yeah, we get them all.
So Bryant said, his referral network is shortsalesuperstars.com, and right. I think they get some direct leads from here too. But he said that's not a big focus. I think if you get their actual
we have not generated 170,000 leads.
Right, that's what we focus on at the Short Sale Specialist Network more. And here's what you're going to do to get into ours. California to get into. I'll be honest with you, we've been doing this for ages. We don't assign out as much as we used to. Yes, we've generated 170,000 plus or 150,000 plus for short sale related, but we have, let me see, if you're on that link that I sent Bryant there, which all of this info is found on members.shortsaleguide.com, or if you're on Short Sale Superstars there yet, to get Bryant's discount here, you will not get this if you sign up on my site. You want to click this banner here, and you get the site for $1 a month for 2 months, right? So you're on this page here, members.shortsaleguide.com. This is where it's going to take you to. You want to find out about getting direct listing assignments from the Short Sale Specialist Network. This is apart from your short sale website, Short Sale Lead Machine. We do refer leads out to agents, listings to agents around the country for a 25% referral fee. You're going to want to click under the Join tab here, and you see Short Sale Lead Machine, and then you see New Membership Requirements. Okay, new membership requirements, really you have to be a competent agent, and you have to have a Short Sale Lead Machine site. So you can read all that info on here, find out more about that. Let me see what else we got. Okay, other questions, comments, we're going to get through some here. Some people have left. When we blog, is it okay to mention a member of Short Sale Specialists or Short Sale Superstars? Brian?
When they blog, what way?
Somebody asked, when we blog, is it okay to mention we are members of Short Sale Specialist Network or Short Sale Superstars?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, I mean, either one of those networks are good networks. Yeah, great networks to blog on. That's what we. That's why we put them up there.
Well, here's something that you might not know, guys. If you're on Short Sale Superstars, shortsaleguide.com is a similar site. We have where's your site badge? Here you go. This is on the bottom right. You can actually see, I'm actually already logged in, so I'm a member of Short Sale Superstars. You can add this to your website. Mine, so you can literally copy and paste this code onto the right column of your site. If you're a part of the Short Sale Lead Machine, let me see here, widgets. you got a tab here. You can add. I've actually got these on your ready to add already. We've got, this shows you how to add little widgets to your site. And I'm not going to get into training, but look, you can add this to a superstar to your site. You can add Rio Pro or Rio Pro Superstars or network to your site. Do that. You add all these little widgets, videos, all kinds of stuff. So more info about the short sale lead machine program. There's a video on here. We've got training on training you how to market your site. Just click the link that's in the chat. It was at the very top of the chat here. I'll post it one more time here because this is Bryant's affiliate link here. So make sure that you get the first 2 months for $1 a month here. There's a link on that. Like that. That guys. It is. Bryant sounds fine. Mike is broken. So apparently we don't have the best recording. Somebody asked, where can we go for the best WordPress tutorials? Lynda.com, Lynda. That's what John mentioned. There's a lot that are part of the Short to Lead Machine program. We created, and on our YouTube channel, there's a lot of them, but we have training. We have a lot of videos that really show you how to customize a WordPress site. I wouldn't say that they're the best out there for WordPress, but they're the best ones I've seen. Of course, they're the only ones I've seen. I haven't watched other people. But he's going into really customizing WordPress sites right here, and also into social media, stuff like that, too. So, okay, let's see if we got any new questions. I apologize again about the audio, guys. I had no clue about that. We've actually lost some people. So I'm going to encourage you all to check the replay that will be on our YouTube channel. That's youtube.com/short-sale-lead-machine. And you're also going to get a link to this afterwards as well. Bryant, I want to thank you so much for doing this webinar. I think we've given them some great content for anybody looking to get in the blogging. Can you repeat the WordPress tutorial resource? Yeah, just go to our YouTube channel. There's a lot of WordPress tutorials on our YouTube channel. Bryant, do you have any closing words of wisdom or remarks for the folks here today?
Gosh, words of wisdom from me, huh? I don't have much of that. But I really enjoyed the webinar, Mike. And yeah, the best advice I can give anybody is just do it. Don't overthink it, just do it. And you're certainly free to contact me if you need any help at all with writing a blog article or whatever. I can always be reached at brokerbryant@gmail.com.
brokerbryant@gmail.com. And one last little bit I've got for you guys is, I always say this, the best way to get nothing is to do nothing. Activity breeds activity. If you want to be successful in real estate, you got to get on the bottom. You got to do something. You got to take some action. Stop expecting things to just show up and happen for you. You have to make them happen. The way you do that, and the best way I've found to do that, is through internet marketing and lead generation. Print marketing, the old ways that worked 10, 20 years ago, those are archaic. Become an internet marketing guru, and it will change your life, where you can pick and choose what business you want. You can work when you want to work, and you can have business, all the business you need. So you have to do something. You have to take action. So if you don't have a good blog, a good short sale website, that's a good start. And to take action to add content to it and work on that side. Guys, thanks so much again for listening. If